guys, welcome back to the ZI show. What I do here is I teach kids and adults how to become entrepreneurs, and I have guests on. And today, I have guest Mark Haloossim. How you doing, Mark?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing really good. So, to start off, what business are you in?
I'm in business of providing floor coverings, both installation and material, and that's basically what we do.
It's really cool. So, how did this all start out? Where did you get the idea for this?
Mhm. I while I was going through college, I used to work for a department store. The department store was called Bullock's. It was a very high-end department store, maybe similar to maybe Saks or Bloomingdale of today. And I worked, I started working actually in the warehouse, sorting out boxes, incoming shipment, and later on, the manager of the floor covering department in the store hired me to be a salesman. So, and that's how actually I started learning about, floor coverings, area rugs, and carpeting mainly. That's what they offered at that department store.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Um, so did your business start off smaller or did you start off with like a bigger business?
No, my actually my just so you know, my background, I studied engineering, so my whole idea was to go to become an engineer. I've never really imagined myself owning a business. But then when college ended, I was actually doing very well selling carpeting and area rugs at that department store. So I just thought that, what, maybe I try opening up a business for a while and then go back to engineering. I had no money. My Basically, I started my business with a $10,000 borrowed money, and it was extremely small. I was the only person that actually worked in the store for quite some time. I used to not only organize the showroom. We had one small showroom in in West Los Angeles in Brentwood, and so I used to do deliveries. I used to do measuring. I used to sell. I bought. I did everything myself, and so it started extremely small. And as I said, I didn't have much capital, so I used to really live on a very very small amount of money that I would generate from the business, and it was not easy.
Yeah. So when you were starting out and when you had the idea for this, was there something or somebody that motivated you to keep doing what you do or to start that business?
I can't think of anyone in particular. No, I'm kind of like I by nature I'm very competitive, and I'm also um, really, as I mentioned to you, I didn't think of a you know this business being something that I will do for the rest of my life. And at the time I wasn't, I was single. I didn't have a family, even though I had expenses, but it was not tremendous. So and I was very, at the beginning, It was extremely hard. I used to work like 7 days a week. I used to get up like at 5:30, 6 o'clock, in the morning, and I would go pick up material and bring open up the showroom. I was just basically a one man show, and I don't know what motivated me. I would say it's just because of my competitive nature. I've always been very much involved in sports, and maybe that competitive nature comes from my involvement in sports. In my younger days. So little by little, and again, I kind of it wasn't easy. It was very difficult. But then it kind of became a challenge, for me to make this business successful. And thank God I stuck to it. And 47 years later, we're still in business, and we're very viable business. Thank God.
Yeah, so here on the ZI show, I talk about being an entrepreneur. And one thing that I talk about a lot is how to overcome roadblocks or something negative that happened and
Yeah.
how to get over that. So has any of that happened to you? And if so, how did you respond to that?
Yeah, I mean, I've had lack of capital was a a um big issue for me. I always remember this incident. I had a very beautiful rug hung in front of the showroom, and people passerby could see it. I was sitting inside, and there were a couple outside the store, and the lady says, "Oh, this is such a beautiful rug. Let me go and let's go and see it, and let's see how much it is." And the husband says, "Listen, uh, the way I see this business, the small business he is, um, let's not rush. He's going to go out of business soon, and we could buy this rug for half the price." And when I heard that, that was for me. It was very kind of like sad, and it was kind of um, a hopeless statement that I heard. But then I did go through that sadness, but at the same time, it made me stronger, and I made it. I was determined to actually prove them wrong. But as far as the ingredient of what it takes, it's really number one. You've got to, you have to want to be successful. That's number one. I find out a lot of people, even though they say they want to be successful, but they really deep inside they don't have that fire in them. So you've got to make sure that you want it. And number two is the really it's hard work. It's not magic. It's not is you just have to work hard. And for me, I would say it was mostly hard work, but sometimes there are other people that are lucky. They run into someone that changes their lives, or sometimes someone comes along in their lives that maybe mentors them, or gives them help. And that's what helps them. In my situation, I would say at the beginning I was mostly alone. I really didn't have much you know people to help me, or no mentor to speak up. But I feel, again, hard work, having good intentions, treating people well. I think, giving respect to not just your client, also the people that provide you service, provide you material, provide you, your vendors. I think once you create that kind of a relationship, then everybody will try to help you. They try to, they would be interested in making you be successful.
Yeah, and I love how you started to when you had a business idea and you didn't think that it would be successful. You just wanted just something to start out with, and how you turned it into a very successful business that you've had for 47 years. I think that that's really cool, and that you had the determination to keep going for all those 47 years and to turn it into something that is this big right now. And I I'm just really impressed by that, and I wish you the best of luck with your business. And I want to thank you so much for being on this show. I think we all have a lot to
Thank
learn
you.
from you.
Thank you. And I'm also very impressed by you.
Thank
You're you're such a mature, young man, and I see a great future in you.
thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching the ZI show, and make sure to check out all my other live streams so you don't miss anyone, and so you can be the biggest person that you can be. So thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.